morning, Miss Princess class, or good afternoon, depends on what time you're watching this video. All right, the first thing that we're going to add to our notebook today is notes for adding decimal numbers. When you get your sheet of paper, it's going to have two things on it. The top one will be adding decimal numbers and the bottom will be subtracting. You need to put those in your notebook on separate pages. All right, the first one, adding decimal numbers. In all caps, line up the decimals in the problem. Okay, you're going to carry that onto your answer. So down at the bottom where the answer would go, you can go ahead and include that decimal point in the answer because they're going to be lined up all the way down through the problem and the answer. Then you can fill in the empty place values with a 0. So you can always use placeholder zeros if it helps you. Make sure you keep place values under one another and add like always. So an example that you need to add to your notebook. If they give us, just a moment, let me switch screens over. Okay, if they give you 32 and 75 thousandths plus 164 and 32 hundredths. The first thing you want to do is rewrite them vertically. If they give it to you horizontally, go ahead and rewrite it vertically. So I would have, oh, my finger wrote on it too. 32 and 75 thousandths plus, and I'm going to line up that decimal point. 164, and notice how I'm keeping my place values directly under one another. I can go ahead and draw my line, and I can go ahead and drop my decimal point lined up all the way down into the answer. Now, if it helps you, where you have the blank space in the hundredths place, you can put a placeholder 0. And in the bottom, where you have a missing thousandths place, you can put a placeholder 0. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do now, we're just going to add like always. 5 plus 0 is 5. 7 plus 2 is 9. 0 plus 3 is 3. 2 plus 4 is 6. 3 plus 6 is 9. And 0 plus 1 is 1. So our final answer is 196 and 395 thousandths because we have tenths, hundredths, thousandths place. Okay, we'll do one more example together. If they give you 19 and 687 thousandths plus 245 and 4 hundredths. The first thing again you want to do is to stack them vertically and line them up by their decimal point. So 19 and 687 thousandths plus, and I'm going to line up that decimal point all the way down into my answer, and now fill in my second number, making sure that I keep my place values under one another. So I have 0, 4, 5, 4, 2. And I like to put mine in reverse order, going from the decimal point, because sometimes if you write that first one and you don't give yourself enough room between place values, then when you put in the second one, you're trying to squish them and get them in there, and sometimes you get your place values out of order. Okay, we can add our placeholder zeros where we don't have anything. So I'm going to add a placeholder 0 there and there. And then we add as usual. 7 plus 0 is 7. 8 plus 4 is 12, and we're going to carry that 1. 6 plus 0 is 6, plus the 1 we carried is 7. 9 plus 5 is 14, and we're going to carry that 1. 1 plus 4 is 5, plus the 1 we carried is 6, and 0 plus 2 is 2. So our final answer is 264 and 727 thousandths, because we have tenths, hundredths, thousandths place. So adding decimals, line up your decimal in the problem and the answer. Put in placeholder zeros if it helps you. Make sure you keep your place values in line, and then add as usual.